I was looking at public domain characters, and it was like, and I got to learn that you can use them if you can create your own versions of them and stuff, and it doesn't matter.
Who is this character that that Mike is drawing for us tonight?
Well, here's the thing. There's a big crowd of people who love public domain comics,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this idea for this superhero comic, and I thought that I needed a segment of guys that kind of came from a different place.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at public domain characters, and it was like, and I got to learn that you can use them if you can create your own versions of them and stuff, and it doesn't matter. So I started looking at those guys, and I started using them as inspiration for doing these mashups. Like I would look at 2 or 3 different ones and say, you know what, if you took this guy and this guy, you could make a really cool guy, or a really cool character. Mm-hmm. So I made a few of those, and then I started kind of getting them drawn up and showing them around, and people got really excited about the idea. So I'm working on this book that sort of features those characters, and it ties into my other superhero book. But I was like, well, if I put them together and I kind of use them as an inspiration, that's what I've got here, as a guy that I kind of designed as an homage to this Bulletman and this Rocket Man characters. And it's like he looks totally different than either one of them, but you can see little things that will hint at what they are. And I was like, well, I could call him. So what am I going to call him? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I can't call him Rocket Bullet or Bullet Rocket, but I was like, well, Rocket Flier, and if I give him thing that makes him he is a little bit Rocketeer-ish, only in that he uses a kind of a rocketing device. Mm-hmm. So he's got a little bit of that, but that kind of is what rolled out of the idea of combining these two characters. So I gave him like rockets on the back of his forearms so he can use them to steer. He's got the backpack is just more thrust, but he's got these things on his arms that'll help him steer. And also he can use them, when he's trying to land, it's like anti-thrust, so he doesn't just slam into the ground.
Right.
Kind of like, but he can also use them to throw hard punches. They're all kind of quirky characters, which I think that's the whole thing about the public domain thing that makes them so fascinating, is they're really quirky, weird guys, but you can update them and do different things with them now. And this guy became one of those guys. And I just played around with them, and I got him drawn up and started using him, and people seem to like the guy. And I'm like, I might have done something right with some of these guys. And I got a whole handful of these guys, like a whole book full, and then they all have a story and an adventure that they're on. So I'm like, all right.